So according to your conclusions, the boy should be, here, hiding in the train station. Although haven't determined where exactly. Yeah, you said the man named Lee was the kidnapper, right? Why don't you catch him on the spot instead of letting Matsuda tail him? Doesn't make sense to catch him right now because we don't have any concrete evidence if he doesn't confess. He might even have an accomplice. Then Shao might still be in danger. How can you be so calm? What do you think that guy is looking for now? I have no idea, but I have to find out before he returns. I hope they can find some clues here. Otherwise, I can't just let you off the hook. You know how to intimidate people. Mentions a train to Chaiwan? Chaiwan? 1 second. Oh. I found it when you have an itch. I put some lotion on it. Try and hopefully stop it a little bit, especially when the itch is like in a glove. So I'm hoping this helps. There we go. So that's the train. There's a, nothing can stop a train. Isn't that like an air conditioner? The exit of the train station, we came in through here. There aren't many people around at this hour. Only 1 or 2 people are still on the platform. How old is Miss Matsuda? 24. Why do you ask? Just curious. This is the first time I've teamed up with a girl. I can't help but recall those days I had to face out any girls in the team. Don't get any ideas about Matsuda. She's not a casual kind of woman. She isn't? She's very easy to get along with. That's because you haven't seen the other side of her. Believe me, you don't want to see that side. Tsu, how long have you been in the criminal investigation department? 20 years. You really are my senior. You're still a low-rank inspector. You're just a kid who's been looking down on me because my position in CID is lower than yours, right? No, I don't think that at all. You have to respect me, even if that's your opinion. Don't think you can do anything you like just because you have the title of Chief Inspector. At the end of the day, I'm the one who has to have your back. Is that so? I guess I'm not going to have to ask you a lot of questions. Yeah, catching on quick. So is your salary much lower than mine then? What are you talking about? Owned. I'll go to the lounge. Took us 10 minutes to get to the lounge. Seems that man named Lee is a fan of trains. Anyone who doesn't like trains wouldn't have much of a collection. I can't imagine a train conductor being disinterested in his own work. Sure up and investigate before he comes back. Deliberately pin the timetable of the T411 to the locker door. Tries to open the cabinet. It's locked. Requires a 3-digit numeric passcode. Clues in the room. Single leaflet about train type 21. Serves the whole country 24 hours a day. Is created in 1990 and has been in service for more than 28 years. Serving the public without interruption. Dang. Train cars have no air conditioning. Windows are open at all times, and all the train carriages in the country that are under jurisdiction of the railway have been repainted green. We will continue to work hard to send important guests to various destinations each day. Door. Phone. Note. Gao's homework? Today's homework has been finished, but nobody's here. That's his homework? Waste bin filled with rubbish. Model feels older. This one is great. This green one very old train? The green train. Red locomotive, fine workmanship. Old-fashioned steam train, the kind the Zhao likes. There are all kinds of different train models, and so many of them. Isn't the lounge a model museum? Jeez. Okay, so these might be numbers here. Oh, wait. I thought because it wasn't a check mark I hadn't looked at it yet. T411 is with this poster is the train Lee drives. If I'd feel pretty posh driving a train. No matter what you do, you would never be posh. This one's called the beach train because it looks like a sightseeing... takes a sightseeing route. The scenery along this route is apparently really nice. I'd like to go on that sometime. Would you maybe want to go together? No. Another train poster, the Goddess. That's a strange name for a train. Wait. So I'm going to guess 411. How'd you know the password? No, it says that's the name of the train. That's good. Too good to be true. It's a diary. Could it be Lee's? It's not very polite to invade other person's privacy, but it's also required for any cases. January 5th. The weather isn't as expected. It's too fierce with all that rain. I haven't called my family in a long time, but I don't know what to say when I pick up the phone or how not to get into a fight with them. 6th. Sometimes I don't understand the meaning of my own job. I feel ashamed of it. I went to the train museum alone, only to realize that the train model I had seen last time was sold out. I should go earlier next time. Why are such expensive models sold out so quickly? I found out by chance that the children in the neighborhood liked the train model very much, and some of them were even more careful with it than me. I thought the children these days were only interested in luxury cars. It would have been nice if someone had taught me more as a child so that I could have been accepted at a good school and could have become a respectable policeman. The child next door came to talk to me. I actually had a long chat with the primary school student. How many years has it been since I talked to anyone? 16th. I secretly took Zhao to the back of the train station to play today. Just seeing how happy he is. I wonder I think he really loves that train. What's so great about that thing? So he's a train in the back. Zhao's grandmother scolded me for playing with Zhao. Turns out that Zhao has been sneaking off without telling his family. Does his grandmother really understand her grandson? I don't think I've ever seen Zhao's parents before. 18. Zhao and his grandmother went out and spotted me. They just waved and left, keeping their heads down. It's a bunch of a man's complaints. Is that so? It wasn't checkmarked, so I thought I could click it again. Oh, so I'm missing a spot. This? The other exit of this lounge leads directly to the green train. Have you discovered something? Discovered Lee's motive, the reason he took Zhao Shi. Where is he now? You should know when the time comes. Kid, keep this up and you'll be eating your lunch alone in the bathroom tomorrow. What? Okay, am I missing like a very small click? That? Oh, it's a train ID. Wait, turns out Lee drives this train. It says train 21. See, I thought I'd clicked it. Open your phone to have a look. I've been following Lee for a while. He just walked around the train station and is now heading back to the lounge. How come? He'll be there soon. Follow him. It's time to confront this guy. You mean face to face? Exactly. Please be careful. Okay. He's coming over. Who? Oh, Lee? Look, if you don't have to, can you please not confront him? Do you think I want to? Let's see what happens. Lee was standing outside the door. Kobayashi took the initiative to open the door. Detective Kobayashi! Good job, Miss Matsuda. Mr. Lee, are you doing overtime at this hour? Why are you here? I remember it's something that I've forgotten to ask you, but I didn't expect you to come back to the train station. Is there a problem? What are you doing here? I left some things, so I came back to get them. Can we talk outside? I forgot to ask you for it, but do you know this boy? Lee looked at the photo of the boy, and Kobayashi's hand gave a start. I know him. He lives next door to me. What happened? Have you seen him today? Not today. I left early in the morning and haven't returned from work. Do you have a good relationship with the boy? Since you live next door, there are many opportunities to meet each other. I don't understand what you mean. I mean that the missing child is this boy. You don't look surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. It's really pointless watching you two talk. Can't you give it to us straight? Where are you hiding Zhao? What? No point denying it. We know for sure that you took him. What are you talking about? When would I have taken the boy? Looks like we need to make you confess. As I look Lee in the eye, something unexpected happens. We fight. Well, officer, if you have no evidence, I won't go with you. Evidence? There isn't any. Then I'll take my leave. Oh, hold on. Can we talk first? Didn't I just talk to you? You just considered me a suspect straight away. Sorry. I was hoping to talk about everything calmly. What do you want to talk about? I want to hear your opinion. About the missing boy? Yeah, Zhao went missing in the park. He lost a shoe and his witness saw someone take him. He seems to have been abducted. But I can't figure it out. Does the kidnapper know the boy lost a shoe? Is that important? It can be an important hint. It's a question of motive. Think about it. The kidnapper deliberately left a shoe on the scene. The purpose would be to make the fact that Zhao was gone even more obvious. In that case, he'd be letting everyone know that the boy had disappeared. Whether alive or undead would be unclear. Everything you're saying is blah. Yes, I'm assuming this is, but it's a reasonable assumption concerning the kidnapper's motives. The reason why he took Zhao is that he wanted to make others believe that Zhao had been abducted. I know what you're saying. This is a bit rude, but I need to ask, what were you doing at 5:30 today? So you're doubting me after all. I'm sorry you're unhappy with this, but I hope you can cooperate during my investigation. How was it work at the time? Driving a train? Yes. Do you think that being a conductor is an easy job? Can anyone prove it? What are you talking about? Isn't driving a train a solid alibi? A lot of passengers can testify to that, right? Yeah! Just of interest, how can you actually be a train conductor considering how young you are? Are you patronizing me? No, I just don't respect people who lie, but then take everything personally. When did I lie? You're not the train conductor at all. I have evidence to prove it. How did you get this? I safely stored it inside my locker. Obviously, it fell to the ground, and I accidentally picked it up. That's rude. How can this be? I was very concerned when I saw this document. The type of vehicle noted on the certificate is not a regular train. This is Train 21. It's also a passenger train that was also known as the Green Train. In fact, Lee, the train you drove is no longer a passenger train, but the old-fashioned green train that was eventually converted into a freight train. So you're saying the green train is somehow inferior? Don't be sensitive. I didn't say that. But in this case, it wouldn't be difficult for you to leave your conductor's position. In fact, the green train schedule is much less frequent than that of the other trains. You knew that Zhao was playing in the park when you went home from the train station, so you took him away using your familiar relationship to your advantage. This also explains how the kidnapper entered and left the neighborhood. You have a key card, and Zhao followed you voluntarily. Nonsense. Do you have any idea how big the neighborhood is? You mean because the residential area is so large, there's no evidence that only you could have committed such a crime? Even if you could prove that the boy was kidnapped by someone he knows, how would you know it was me? I don't even know the boy. Why would he go with me? You don't know him. It seems that every time you have no evidence, you like to ask these kinds of questions, Detective. Clever. You should consider joining the police academy. But what you don't realize is this time I do have proof. It's this that proves that you and Zhao know each other. These are just scribbles. Have a closer look. This painting shows characters from a train cartoon that is very popular among children. Person right here. Are you saying that's supposed to be me? I know you want to deny it, but do you see the hat this person is wearing? It's the crane conductor's hat, but as long as that character has the same job as me, he would be wearing the same exact outfit. Maybe the boy spotted it on TV. Do you see the birthmark on his forehead? That's not... There's no doubt that this is drawing of you. Well, sometimes remember the smallest details. Are you surprised? The boy loves this train very much. Apart from a soccer ball he doesn't play with, the only other thing he has at home is a toy train. You live next to him, and because you are the train conductor, the boy likes you a lot. So he even included you in his drawings. Zhao's parents work in another province, and only his grandmother lives with him. You could have gained the trust of a 10-year-old child in this neighborhood. Apart from his family, you're the most likely person to have done so. Will you admit it? What do you think? Well, aren't you going to plead guilty? Don't you see that these things can't be used as concrete evidence? You're going about this rather professionally. I thought you confessed straight away. Yeah, I know the boy, but you're relying on details that are based on imagination. I basically have no motive to have done it. Why should I abduct the kid? What good would it do me? Although I'm only the green train's conductor, I'm not worried about money. The salary is enough for me to rent a place. On top of that, I don't have any hard feelings or complaints about the kid and his family. I don't have a motive to have done this. So I'm sure you shouldn't be regarded as a criminal. Do you realize you've caught the wrong person now? No, the kidnapper is you, all right. I've been thinking about your motives for committing a crime such as this. You're not short on money, and there's no reason for revenge. But when I walked into the lounge, I understood. What? Your motive for committing the crime. Your previous statement is contradictory to the following. Which of these arguments can be contradicted? He does drive the green train. He's not short on money. I don't think he has any bad feelings towards Zhao. I have no relationship with... You have a relationship with him. That's in your journal, I think. Wait. His homework is finished. It's either that or his journal. Try the journal this time. I mean, having his homework done in front of him seems pretty good, so that. The relationship between you and Zhao is your motive. When we first met, what you cared about wasn't if Zhao was alive, but you asked, where are his parents? Remember that. Lee, I think when you were a child, you probably experienced a similar childhood. The feeling of loneliness. I think you're probably very emotional about it. So when you see Zhao, you see it in yourself in him. Alone, helpless, lonely. Do you think that if Zhao continues to grow up like this, he'll end up just like you? What a silly thing to say. That's why I'm doing this. Do you really think so? The lack of self-confidence, not knowing how to get along with others, always feeling inferior in some way. What'd you say? If that's not the case, why do you mind telling others that you drive the green train? You... No, Detective, you just want to shake me up so that I'll confess. After all, you still have no evidence, do you, that I took Zhao? I'm sure that even while you're saying this, you already know that I have an answer. Zhao was abducted by you today. The evidence of that is... I'm going to assume this with the rumbling in the background. There is no evidence for something like that didn't happen. Was it the picked up by a man in white who lived in the neighborhood? Time is money, or so you're gonna pay me now. Maybe think about it some more. Well, yeah, we're gonna retry. We got this. Okay. What's another one for that, though? Where we got our butt kicked. Wait, close that. You're not the train conductor, and I have evidence to prove it. Oh, that's your ID card. Yep. And the next one is contradicting the bottom right one with something. What's the question? Proves that you and Zhao know each other. This? With the birthmark. So I have no relationship with him. And then... what did I have as it? The journal? Yeah. Okay, so what this is Sarah was abducted by you, the evidence is was abducted by you. Picked up by a man in the neighborhood. Shao was abducted by you today. So I've done this. I've done this. Is it the shoe? Did that. Oh, today's homework. The student workbook that I found in your lounge is evidence. So that was in the lounge today, and nobody apart from yourself could have taken him there. That's impossible. Why is this happening? Oh, good. Whew. Logic puzzles. Eh. Please tell us the truth. Am I going to be convicted? Well, I still have to get you to explain everything before I can make an assessment. I just didn't want Zhao to live through the same childhood as me, so I took the initiative to approach and get to know him. At first, I just wanted to be there for him because I fully understand what he needs most. We soon became good friends because Zhao was very interested in the train. He also believed in me. I was really glad to be able to help him be happy. For this child, that's not what he needs most. What he hopes for most of all is that his parents will come back and be with him to watch him grow up. So your plan was to kidnapping, hoping to scare the boy's parents into coming back? I heard you say that the boy's parents are coming back, so I know that no matter what happens, I've achieved my goal. Have you talked to Zhao about this? No, I just asked if he wanted to go out to play. Whether or not his parents came back in the end, I would have sent him back home. Don't argue, Lee. You wasted so much police time, you should be prepared to go to jail. Don't be so heartless, dude. What? You calling me a dude again now? Yeah, because it's past midnight. Lee, since you've already confessed, we don't have to keep playing this game. Tell me what Xiao is now. Oh, it's midnight, so he's in charge. I don't know. What? I told him not to run around and just stay here to do his homework and rest, and then I would come back to pick up later. But when I came back, he wasn't here. You idiot, what are you playing at? Calm down, dude. Don't be like this, Lee. I saw Lao's notebook on the table, which is really strange. Why strange? Why would a child bring a notebook to the park to play? When you took him away, did he have a backpack with him? Guess? Guess! It's weird of you to ask. Of course he was carrying his own bag. Why? Ah! I just found out that Zhao wasn't in the lounge, so I went to look for him. I even asked some of my colleagues, but there's no sign of him. Wait, if I go back to, like, log, can I have, like, the light bulb? No. Did you ever tell Zhao that you drive the green train? Yeah, I told him. I once told him that I hoped he would never grow up to be like me, working on an old train like that. Did you tell him that you wanted to trick his parents into coming back today? Of course not. I told him that I'll be back at 1 a.m. to pick him up. 1 in the morning? What's going on? I get it now. What do you get? What are you saying? Is it really a kidnapping? Be more clear. Now entering the deep logic of Kobayashi's subconscious. The answers to the most important questions must be found to solve the case. Drag the answer you think is right to the bubble on the right and submit it if you're sure it's correct. So that's your final answer. Where is Zhao now? I would say the green train. Who is the mastermind behind all this? Oh, I wonder if I wonder if Zhao is like, I'm going to pretend to get kidnapped so my parents will come. What is the real reason for Zhao's disappearance? Where is he? Green train. Who's the mastermind? Yep. He was using the train conductor to get his parents to come back. What? Matsuda, come over here for a second. Kobayashi whispered something to Matsuda. She listened, nodded, and immediately disappeared. Did you ever notice Zhao making a phone call, Lee? No, I had no idea he made a call. Hearing you say that, I'm afraid that Zhao was trying to tell us something. Willie heard a lot of noise through the phone, and I guessed it was the sound of a train. Listen, can you hear the sound of a train? It's the rather unique noise of the green train makes when it's in motion, right? So he stole the green train? We've all been misled, including you, Lee. From the beginning, we all thought it had something to do with your relationship, taking away Zhao so that his parents would hear about it in return. But in fact, it's not the case. Zhao knows nothing about your plan, but he has his own plan. This may make you feel bad, but if I'm not mistaken, Zhao is actually using you. Why? Because he knows that you're a train conductor, and then he knew that if he boarded the train, maybe he could go and see his parents. After arriving at the conductor's lounge, Zhao took his chance. Because the door of the lounge leads straight to the platform, he was able to board the train directly. Why the green train? Why not choose a faster and better train? Because in his eyes, the train you drive is one that travels furthest. From your point of view, the green train may have gradually been eliminated, and working on it isn't a respectable position. But from Zhao's point of view, it's completely different. He likes this kind of train, and because of your relationship, he likes this one best. It's a train that can help him fulfill his dreams and take him to his parents. I found him! I really found a child wearing only one shoe on train 21. Great! Although he's only 10, he dares to take advantage of his good friend who wears only one shoe to travel the province. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? Sorry, it's my fault that all this happened. Don't start admitting your mistakes. Solve the problem first. What's wrong with you? If this guy hadn't been meddling out of people's affairs, this child would have... I thought I made it clear that Zhao was the one who kidnapped himself. In that case, Lee was only used by him. What crime did he commit? Kid, are you covering for him? I do have authority to make this decision, you know. Dude. May I? I'm too lazy to be in charge. Less trouble the better. Doesn't pay a lot anyway. Kobayashi turned to Lee and handed him Zhao's shoe. I have a task for you. Please take this shoe, bring it to Zhao, tell him that he's not alone, and what he's looking for is right here, not anywhere else. And I would like you to add that your job is amazing. Don't you see? Someone is sitting in your train to find their dream. Is that true? I respect you, Lee. One question. How were you so sure of what I was thinking? Because when you see Zhao, you think of your past self. I saw your diary and realized something. You read my diary, rude. Regardless of the background, people should always have their hopes and dreams, right? Their own hopes and dreams. Nobody's a saint. Everybody makes mistakes. You see, I have came to the conclusion that you were just doing your best. Thanks. All right, is that the end of it? Can we go now? Take Kobayashi. What's the matter? You sound so friendly. Nothing. Kobayashi stretched out and yawned. As the rumors say, he always easily solves cases in which others are trying to mess with his head. This time, his clever mind opened Matsuda and Tsuyo's eyes. 2 a.m.? Detective! Matsuda, why did you follow me? I still think I should thank you. If you hadn't shown up in time, maybe we wouldn't have found where Zhao was. Don't be silly. The most important thing is that he's safe. Or he's okay, right? I'm curious, what clue made you suspect the boy ran off on his own? Was it because he brought a school bag along? Is right, Shu. What happened to it? I suspected the shoe had been left by Lee, but then I thought about it. He didn't have to do that. He wouldn't have left too many clues before Zhao's parents came back. And the fact that his laces were tied means it didn't fall off accidentally. In any case, Zhao needed to follow Lee voluntarily to get through the security gate. And Zhao didn't complain to Lee about having lost a shoe. So, unless he took it off himself, you mean Zhao did it deliberately? I want to leave one foot in my hometown, take the other to a place where my dreams will come true. This is a sentence on a postcard from his parents. The boy remembered this sentence and wanted to make the father's words a reality. A tiger can't expect his son to be a kitten. Do you know what that means? What? Nothing. It's so late. Where are you going to stay tonight? Yeah, I can stay anywhere. Don't worry about me. I want to stay with you. I know, but in the end, it was me who asked you to help, which is why you don't have a place to stay now. You didn't mean that to happen. You're not like that. What am I like then? You think about me. Oh, I'm touched. Yeah, and it's not just because you're the chief inspector. Who knows what the future may bring? It can be dangerous out there. Is that so? Don't worry about me. I actually have a friend who lives nearby. I'm gonna go to his place and crash there. What? Murata Itsuki. Kobayashi! Murata! The man named Murata called out to Kobayashi. He was dressed neatly, and a camera was hanging from his neck. Judging by his expression and tone of voice, he was a friend who was very familiar with Kobayashi. You coming to pick me up? I just heard over the phone that the case was solved. I was afraid you wouldn't find the address, so I wanted to come by and pick you up. I didn't expect you to be talking to a woman. This guy's Murata. We met in high school. Though we parted ways after graduation, we're still good friends. Now that I think about it, you've been wearing those glasses since forever. Hasn't changed, same hairstyle. Oh, okay. Quiet voice. My short-sightedness is quite bad. It's not that easy to wear contact lenses here. Hee 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 hee. Hey, the editor-in-chief is still such a hard-working man. What are you talking about? I'm just a small editor. We're finally reunited. Let's go for a drink. No worries. Come home first. My family has a lot of free beer. I miss the days when we were together. We used to drink and look through photo books of cute idols. Hey! Hey? Hey! Sorry to interrupt, but what weird stuff are you two talking about? I still don't know. Is this your girlfriend? I don't know if having a policewoman like her as a girlfriend would be a good or a bad thing. If you like being handcuffed. Of course not. You should be careful. She's fierce. Is it customary now to say bad things like that about a person? Don't worry, let me introduce you. This is Miss Matsuda, my colleague. I haven't seen many girls joining the Criminal Investigations Department. Well, that's right. She's smart. I'm Matsuda Midori, and you can learn a thing or two from me. You can call me Murata. If I may be so bold, could I take a photo of you? A Photo? Why? I like taking photos of beautiful things. Detective Kobayashi, your friend is more polite than you are. Is that so? But thank you. If you hadn't turned up today, I'm afraid... Still so polite. Fortunately, you turned up in time, and I hope to learn much from you in the future. By the way, you have my phone number now already, but here is my other contact as well. We're going to meet every day at work, but I'll give it to you anyway. Took the note with the contact information and put it in his inner coat pocket. I really envy you. What with beautiful woman giving you the contact information. You want me to tell you about her measurements? It's 35D. Nice. 24 and 35. What are you talking about? The second chapter is unlocked. Creepy smile. I've seen that picture somewhere. Let's do this one later. Or next time.